Good day, YouTubers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world. See, last week we got those wires. I got them clamped in their individual group. So we got those wires run along that wall. Covered up and hidden. So this week we're cutting and gluing down these boards in between the frames and using the Dremel this bit right here. I think that's 0.75 millimeters, which is just a shade under the size of those pins. And I'm going to drill some holes evenly spaced away from the opening, like we did on these two, and then use the pliers and jam them things in there. So I'm going to set the camera up for some more time elapse and see if we can just set it right here in the side of the ship. See what kind of view we can get installing a couple of these. So as you can see, it wasn't easy, but we got them in there. It should hold. I'm going to wait for this one to dry before I scoot that up, because it's going to want to push them out. I might want to leave one of them out. Let's see where the box of Cannonballs goes. Because after we get these mounted, yeah, we got to make boxes, put the Cannonballs in, and yeah, they go right in between each one of the cannons. So tells us what board to use to make the boxes. Glue them together. Put the balls in there. Yeah, we got the balls right there. But we want to get the rest of these in there before we make boxes. A little tricky, but we can do it one at a time. Take your time. I get some tan paint and touch up where that blue bled under. Okay, we got them all mounted. Well, all of them on the main deck. Glued down. Hopefully they'll stay. And I figured before I go back to putting ropes on these other 10, I'm gonna do the cannon box, or the Cannonball boxes. So that's a piece of wood stock 6 millimeters by 1.5 millimeters or 2 millimeters thick. And then the base is a laser cut piece, some plywood. And there's 16 of those bases. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. But there's more than 16 cannons. So yeah, I see 2 are going to share 3, and 1 is going to share 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, okay. So I did a little calculating based on the dimensions of that base, and used one piece after I got it cut just right as a template, and used the pliers and the full stick of wood to grab the template and a piece of wood at the same time and go through there. But each one of them's got to be cleaned up before I can glue it up. You can see all the tear out there. So these are a little longer than they need to be for the side, which also covers up the piece on the end. So later on, after this dries, if the sides stick out longer than the end, I can just drag them across and sand off, make it square. The plans call for a miter on the corners, and that would take forever. I'm not going to go through all that trouble. I'm just doing a butt cut. So I got some cleaned up here, and I line it up with that end and make sure it's not too long. So when I go to glue it up, it's not holding the sideboards away from the edge of the base. So that's one thing I've got to do, is make sure that the end piece is not longer than the base on the end. So now let's glue one up. We'll put it in time lapse and show you how we do that. Okay, so we got them all glued up. Now it's time to sand and stain them. Okay, so we got them all sanded up and stained. And then I took all the cannonballs out of the kit box and divvied them up evenly into these cannonball boxes, and then said, how am I going to glue those in there? I was thinking I'll just take some clear lacquer or something and spray it on there, and that would make paint on top of the balls and everything. So I'm just pouring them out after they've been divvied into the right number in each box, and then putting A liberal layer of super glue on the bottom in the box. And then pour them back in. And spreading them out. Now the picture shows in the plans 21 cannonballs in each box. But I think we're short some because the picture also shows the boxes got quite a few more cannonballs than 21 in there because the whole bottom is covered completely. And this amount that we've got here doesn't cover the bottom. But at least we got the cannonballs almost done. And of course I used that little belt sander I got to clean these up so I could stain them. And I thinned my stain out with some mineral spirits. So let's see what one of these looks like. Cool. Thanks for watching.